be doing other things.
I feel like this.
Why? I am about to.
I know it wasn't mine. Okay, because your feelings and your emotions don't go away like that.
There's been a lot of
going to be left unturned. I feel like you both have.
You think that you are out the heat.
I'm telling you for both of you because I'm feeling both of you. I feel like there's still some remnants of chaos, and because of past hurts he has caused you to go through. You guys are a perfect match, I swear, because they don't want most to your death, but thank God.
Now I'm up all night. I'm picturing you acting like a fool. I'm on the other side. You're like a full moon, and I'm up all night, howling at you. Tables have turned. Tables have turned. Tables have turned. Tables have turned.
Namaste, gods, goddesses, and the mysteries of light. This is Dr. Tyann Krumpa, and if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. First and foremost, before I get started, I am going to spray some of my Kit Karma ass spray. Oh yeah, baby. I am about to up the ante on this reading. I am like super freaking geeked up and excited about this reading. Oh my God. I mean, I feel like this is going to be like the reading of all readings. Seriously. All right. So, as you know, I uploaded the song earlier today by Mariah Carey. And yeah, I am feeling divine masculine and divine feminine energy, both of them. And they're in a relationship with one another. And you are the one that is chiming in on this reading right now. This reading is for you, boo. Yes, it is. So go ahead. Stop what you're doing. If you're cooking, put it on simmer. If you're cleaning up the house, you may want to go ahead and just get to that a little bit later and just sit down because I need your undivided attention. Or you can go ahead and pause the video and do what you're doing and come back and unpause and finish listening. But do not be doing other things while I am about to deliver you the message of all messages. Okay? I'm being silly. You can do what you want to do. But it will be in your best interest to pay attention carefully to what I'm about to tell you. You have been on plenty readers' channels for most of you, and you have heard many messages, but you are not going to hear the message that I am about to give you because guess what? I'm special and I tap directly into the ethers when I deliver you my messages, and this is the reason why I don't do uploads every single day. Okay? Not saying that people that, upload every day are not tapped in too. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it don't come to me like that. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. So when I get a message, that's when I deliver it to you. So today, when I was driving to my friend's funeral, actually, I actually take that back. When I was leaving from my friend's funeral, yeah. That song popped up in my head and I just felt this pain, and I knew it wasn't my pain because although I can be empathic, I am not an empath. I used to be, but as I evolved and became more awakened, I have learned to differentiate whose energy that is in my field that doesn't belong to me. And then I cleanse and clear and then release it. And when it goes away, I know it wasn't mine. Okay, because your feelings and your emotions don't go away like that. Well, they can. I mean, I call Michael to cleanse and clear my emotions too, and to lift me up in a higher vibration, take me to the cosmic heart. Anyway, so this is not about me by no stretch by No stretch by the imagination is this about me. This is about you. And without further ado, let me go ahead and call in some help by calling air, fire, water, earth, spirit, and ether. And I also call upon the highest of the highest of the high, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh, who will be able to give me the information that is necessary for this beautiful reading in all directions, time, and space, past, present, and future. I call upon your higher self for the one that is watching and chiming in. I call on your divine counterparts, higher self, your angels, your guides, and so I call upon theirs as well, and so it is. Woo! Okay. That right there was just a little bit of the energy that I'm getting acclimated to as I accept the integration for these two people, because I am channeling for two people at the same ding on time right now. Not that I don't do this, but I believe this is the first time I've ever done this on a live reading, and so just bear with me. All right, so here it is. The straight and the skinny of the whole crux of the situation and what is happening is that both of you are awakening. Divine feminine, divine masculine, both of you are awakening. You're having a spiritual awakening. And because of this spiritual awakening, there has been a lot of misunderstandings, mishaps. There's been a lot of not fully really seeing each other the way that you should, according to source energy and how source sees both of you. So there's been a lot of misunderstandings between the both of you, which has put a strain on this relationship. But the relationship is not broken, and both of you have failed to realize that a strain doesn't mean that it's broken. You know, you can sprain your ankle, but it doesn't mean that it's broke. In due time, with proper care, if you allow for it to heal without putting too much pressure or irritation on it, in due time it will. The same goes for love. If the two of you both allow for the natural ordering and the natural processes of life to take their cycles, then this love will heal. There is nothing that is impossible. And nothing just happens by chance. You guys are exactly where you're supposed to be according to the grand scheme of things, according to the divine timing and the divine ordering of everything. Trust me. In this relationship dynamic, no stone is going to be left unturned. I feel like you both have thrown daggers at each other. You both have, misunderstood each other. I don't feel like it's one-sided. I feel like both of you have done this to one another. Like the same thing that you accuse the other person of, the other person is turning around and accusing you of. And so you guys go back and forth with the accusations. You go back and forth with the blame game, pointing the fingers. But there's one thing that has taken place in the midst of it all. There has been a grand awakening for both of you. Both of you are going through the dark night of the soul. It's not just your person, you know. You think that you are out the heat. No, you're still in the fire. Okay? You're still being refined, just like your person. Because what's happening is that source energy is taking you through this refinement process so you too can get rid of the dross. So you can get rid of what no longer serves you. All those things that have been tethering to the relationship and holding on to both of you that have been keeping you pulled apart. Well, those things have fell away and they're falling away. I feel like there's still some layers that both of you are shedding, just like a snake sheds his skin or her skin. Okay. But in this grand awakening, with the Four of Cups being in reverse, it's for both of you. I feel both of your energy. This is the reason why I'm channeling for both of you, because I'm feeling both of you out and I'm feeling what's going on in this situation. And it's a grand awakening for both of you. You also have spiritual growth. This person that you are chiming in on for this reading has grown exponentially. You guys, let me take me something to drink. Oh, yeah, baby. I needed that. I've been talking all day. I've been doing readings all day. Okay. Bear with me. I'm going to get this message to you. Trust me. Okay. So your person is growing exponentially at accelerating and alarming speeds. Like, I really believe that is even taking you by surprise, catching you off guard a little bit. For some of you, you may not be in communication with your person, but you can feel it energetically. You're tapped in, you're tuned in, and you're turned all the way on to this person's frequency. You see, you guys are like aligning with one another. You guys are finding that, I would say, the calm after the storm. I feel like both of you have been through a lot. Not just yourself, the one that's watching, but your counterpart. And I feel like there's still some remnants of chaos that's going on. May not be directly with you, but with your person, for sure. They're going through it. All right, so you guys are in this space where, unbeknownst to both of you, okay, there are secret matters when it comes to both of your hearts. I feel like neither one of you are coming and stepping up to the plate and laying it on the table and saying exactly what it is that you feel for one another. I feel like the divine feminine, she's not doing it because she's afraid of rejection. She doesn't know what the divine masculine is going to say. And because of past hurts already being intense enough, like, she's like, enough is enough already. I don't want to subject myself to that type of pain. So she rather suffer in silence or have words unuttered. And as for divine masculine, same thing. Okay, you guys are mirroring each other right now, unbeknownst to both of you. You two are perfect mirrors. So divine masculine is feeling the same exact way. He don't want to be rejected. He's already guilty for all of the pain and all the atrocities and all the trepidation and the trajectory, okay, that he has caused you to go through. And so out of his own guilt, he don't wanna. He wanna, but he don't wanna. You know what I'm saying? It's like he do want to come forward, but then again, he don't. Because, you know, there's been a lot of discord between you. And can you blame me? I feel like there's been a lot of fights between the two of you, because this is what the Five of Cups represents. Five represents change, okay, conflict. And I believe that the end of all of this, for as the arguing, the misunderstanding, the mishaps and all of that, I feel like it's coming to an end because this is in reverse. Okay, but you and this person are just like perfect match. You guys are a perfect match, I swear, because they don't want to tell you how they feel because they're embarrassed because of what they've done to you. And to come to tell you how they feel on top of that is like kind of like to them eating crow. Okay. And they probably would rather eat crow than to open up their heart and to confess the way they're feeling right now, because they feel like they want you to suffer just a little bit more. They don't want you to know exactly what they're going through, because they feel like it would jeopardize their ego. So there's a lot of ego, and I feel like it's on both parts. I don't feel like it's just that person. I feel like there's a little bit of ego from you too. Okay? Because everybody feeling a certain way, but ain't nobody saying nothing. It's like you're going to take it almost to your death, but thank God, God is not allowing you to do that. Another reason why you have justice in reverse is because divine intervention has stepped the heck in, because your angels and your guides were like, okay, we have to intervene before these two do so much damage or cause so much harm that they will never want to be back together again. So I feel like divine intervention has came in. You have your angels, you have your guides, you have your higher realm ancestors that are helping to circumvent and to finagle situations around so it can work in the favor of both of you, so you can come back together in this union, being passionate and compassionate towards one another and having radical forgiveness. Because this is about justice. This is about your cosmic rewards. Both of you are wanting this. It's not one-sided. It's not that you're just over here, pining away for this other person. This person doesn't care. It's just as much as a hardship on this person as it is on you. But with the justice card being there, I really believe that there's been a lot of false accusations back and forth between both of you. You guys keep on bringing up the past, but you don't realize when you bring up the past becomes a distorted delusion. You cannot remember everything that happened in the past, but you guys bring it up like it happened yesterday. So I really believe that both of you need to stop bringing up the past. I don't think it's just that person. I believe it's both of you that are doing it. And it's, you guys, my video cut off on an accident. I'm so sorry. And here we are again. So, yeah, where were we? We were at the justice. Okay. So moving right along, you guys both are pretty much in this headspace where, I don't think that neither one of you are with anyone, but you both think that you're in a relationship with other people. You both are thinking that there's some type of third party situation. And I feel like you guys have at one point in time had issues with third parties. And so that is like the constant bait of argument. That's what you guys constantly bring up. And like both of you felt like you should have moved on. Both of you were warranted to move on, but then both of you are not forgiving each other for moving on. You see that? So it's like, yeah, I moved on because I had no choice. But then the other person was like, but then you weren't supposed to move on. But they don't say that to you, but in their head, that's what they're thinking. And then you're like, but you moved on, so I had to move on. One of those type of things. And then for some of you, of course, you didn't move on, because a lot of you are just so in love that you have just sat and waited on the sidelines for this person, which is not self-love. I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying that, it doesn't help. It doesn't help for you to sit and wait. But anyway, so there's two groups. There's some of you that haven't moved on, and there's some of you that have moved on. But whatever the case is, your person can't get over that. They cannot. But there's no coincidences. All of this had to happen. I cannot say it enough. It had to happen. Your person had to fuck up and go be with somebody else. You had to fuck up and go be with somebody else. He had to go have sex with somebody. You probably had sex with somebody. And if you didn't, that's fine. Okay? But most of you did. So what? Okay? It had to happen. Stop beating yourself up over it. And you know who I'm talking to, because I know who I'm channeling for. Okay? And if it ain't for you, just sit back and listen and sip some tea, because this is what is going on in the dynamic. All right? Nobody's backing down. Everybody wronged everybody. So now it's time for radical forgiveness and healing. Forget what you did in the past. What are you doing now to make this better? How are you rectifying the situation? Stop telling each other that you're sorry and start showing each other that you're sorry. Make the appropriate actions that justify your change. You have the wheel of fortune because what goes around comes back around. Okay? It's the wheel of fortune because you guys are going in these cycles and there's no coincidences when it's in the cycle. So guess what's happening? It's time for you to expect the unexpected. It's time for you to expect the unexpected. It's time for you to move from pessimism to optimism about this relationship. You can be optimistic about so much in your life, whether it's career, whether it's, building a house or purchasing a new house or even purchasing a vehicle. But when it comes to your relationship and your love life, you're at a standstill. No. You are a whole being, and every area and every aspect of your life need to be brought in order for you to be a true conscious person. You can't have every aspect of your life in order. And then when it comes to the love department, it's a big X. X marks the spot for that relationship needs a do-over. No. It is time really to get this together for both of you. Both of you are loving each other. You have romantic feelings that are very deep and very passionate for one another. To the point where you guys are both letting fear get in the way. Remove the fear because this is what is keeping you apart on both parties. One don't want to step forward because the other one's scared because of how the other person is going to respond or react. So what? Who cares how they respond and how they react? Are you really bothered by that? You shouldn't be, because if you are concerned about how they're going to respond or react, that means that you're still having attachment to the expectations of that person. It doesn't matter. I am going to love you regardless if you love me back, because that is what true love is. I am going to love you unconditionally. And for some of us, that even means loving you from afar. It doesn't mean that I have to confess my love to you night and day. It doesn't mean that I have to pour my heart out to you night and day. But oh, baby, please believe if I truly love you, I'm going to die loving you. That's how I feel about my divine masculine. And that's how you should feel about your divine counterpart. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm not going back and forth and saying divine femme, divine masculine is because I'm channeling both of them. I'm channeling for both of you. Okay. I ain't going to keep on saying those labels because you know who you are. Right. Okay. So I feel like this energy right here is for the divine masculine. I am going to say that because I felt it when I laid the card down. And the reason why I feel like the divine masculine is already in the 9 of Cups right now is because, again, there is an incomplete story here. Okay? He doesn't have his 10 of Cups, but he is in the 9 of Cups because he has to be his complete whole self before he can come back to you in this reunion, in this 3D union, you see. The cycle represents transformation. Yes, your divine masculine is in the 9 of Cups. All right. It represents the transformation that this person has, the reroute, the course correcting that source had to do in order for them to come back to you. That's what it represents. Hands down. Okay. All right. So that transformation is taking flight at this very moment. In order for a new phase to happen, which is represented by the Death card, a new cycle. Okay. I talked to you guys earlier about the shedding of the old snake skin. Okay. You got to get rid of the old in order to step into the new. The new is now here. A new dawn and a new day. It's here. A new phase in your life is about to start for both of you together. Okay. And it's very important that you guys allow it and stop fighting against it. Because I feel like both of you are fighting against it. And I feel like both of you are hot-headed, stubborn, and opinionated. You guys have your opinion about everything about each other. Okay? Just relax and let each other be. Let each other be who you are meant to be without trying to micromanage the other person and make them a cookie cutter version of what you want. This is what this journey is all about. It's about self-expression. It's about freedom. Okay? About being a free moral agent. Speak your truth. What are you afraid of? Tell the divine masculine if you're upsetting him, tell him that, you know what you just did hurt me. What you just did upset me. I don't give a fuck if it is my feelings and my emotions and I'm in control over it. You just triggered me. You just hurt me. And make him own up to what he did. And if he's not going to own up to it, then you know what you have to do. You have to follow suit and do what's best for you. But always make sure that whatever you are doing, that you are going to a table and you are eating with someone that is willing to feed you. If not, walk away. It is time to have the meeting of the minds, okay? Get rid of the pink elephant in the room. It's time for you guys to stop dredging up the past, rehashing the past, like as if you can go back and change it, like if you have a time machine or something, and let that stuff go. Let it go. Because this is what is keeping you out of union. And for the divine masculine, if I had a wand for you, I would erase every bad memory that you have of divine feminine. But I am going to tell you this, and I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me loud and clear. Divine feminine is not the sum total of all of your problems that you have. She is not the reason why you're upset. You're upset because of past wounds and trauma that needs to be healed. And she just triggers those and brings those out of you. And the divine feminine is like, you tell me to stoop and I ask you how low. You tell me to jump and I ask you how high. You tell me to swim and I say, what ocean do you want me to swim? You tell me to climb a mountain. I say, what mountain do you want me to climb? She is always begging, there at your beck and call. But I feel like in her eyes, she feels like her good enough is not even good enough for you. And so now she has basically thrown in the towel and she has given up because she feels like all of her efforts have been overthwarted by you. It's like Prince when he says, maybe I'm just like my mother. She's never satisfied. And I also feel like that for you too. I feel like for divine feminine, even for the divine masculine, even the little efforts that he shows you, sometimes you complain like as if that's not enough and you don't even know what it took to even for him to even give you the little that he gave you. Sometimes we expect too much. And I'm telling both of you, it's time for you both to let go of these expectations that you've been having for one another. Expectation breeds disappointment. Don't expect nothing. Like I said, be in a vibration of love and come from a place of love. And I know, divine feminine, you feel like that. You have been trampled over. You have been hurt. You have been objectified. You have been ignored because of your heart. And baby, let me tell you, keep loving anyway. And if you feel like that all of your dubious efforts have been overlooked, I'm here to tell you that your divine counterpart feels the same way. Whether he's justified in it or not. Everybody's feelings and everybody's emotions mean something to them. Be it right, wrong, or indifferent. It is time for you guys to act like the adults that you are and have the conversation that needs to be had and to hash this out and remove the opinions, because I feel like this is coming from both sides. Remove the opinions, the judgments, and the labels. Remove them. They don't belong here. Go back to being the best friends that you used to be. You guys are each other's best friends. You guys tell each other things that you've never told another soul. I don't care how much, honey, what looks good on the outside doesn't mean it's good in the inside. I don't care how happy he looked when he was with the other person, or vice versa. How happy you thought that your divine feminine was when she was with somebody, or the person that you thought she was with, or whatever the case may be. I feel like you guys have both lied about relationships. It happens. I believe that you guys exaggerated relationships that you weren't even in just so that person can hurt. I'm telling you, all of that is in the past. The energy that supports what I'm talking about is the Three of Swords. Where do you see the third party at? Not here. Not on this card. Okay. Both of you right now are hurting over each other more so than anyone else. There is no one else that you both are hurting over. You guys are hurting over each other. And you don't realize that this can all be brought to a complete halt if you two just break down those freaking barriers of communication. That's why it's called the art of communication for a reason, because there is an art to it. And it's so simple. If you really want to know how to master communication, listen more than you talk. And I have come to the conclusion of your reading, you guys. How are you guys going to resolve this? We shall see on the other side. Because I am going to lay down the foundation of how you guys can resolve this, where your hangups are. We can clear those things out. This was a juicy reading. It is as juicy as it's going to get. I loved it. All right. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from the wish list on Amazon and it will appear on my channel. I now wrap you in my love and I cloak you with the light of Christ consciousness. And so it is, everyone. Namaste.